Forever. Dog.
What's up, bitches, and welcome to House Bitch, the one and only Real Housewives podcast where we talk about sick recaps and awesome fan theories about the hit TV show, Bravo's own, Andy Cohen's own, The Real Housewives of Vacaville, California. So I'm your incredible host, Miss Mary, and today I'm joined by model slash film critic slash skateboarder slash astronaut slash the guitarist slash's hat, Clare O'Kane.
What's up?
What is up? How are you, Clare?
I'm so good. I just got back from touring Toronto.
Oh my God, how was?
It was great. We went to all those provinces in Toronto. I believe that's what they call them, provinces.
I love.
And it's just like every other block there's like a place where I get to go and talk about being an astronaut.
I love it. I love it. You had a big space mission recently. Is this right?
Oh my God, do I have to talk about it?
Yes!
I'm sweating at the lip. Yeah, I mean, okay, yeah, I went to Mars.
Okay.
And then everyone's like, but who did she bring back?
Right.
And people are like blurring out the face because it's like a secret, and then there's gonna be a big reveal at some point, I bet, for like holding out for more money, like
oh, for sure.
Vanity Fair and like Estqueakleaked.
I love that. I love that.
All those ones. But I'm here actually on this show to reveal that I did bring back a spaceman.
Dish.
Their name is Quantico.
Oh my God, Quantico.
I know, like the TV show.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just like no relation, but yeah, and they're really interesting. They don't talk. They actually don't have a mouth and like barely eyes.
I love.
Almost like, well, when you threw pencils up at the ceiling in class?
Yes.
And the holes that made?
Yes.
Like pencil-sized holes.
Interesting.
Very close together.
I love that. And so we're talking appendages, arms, legs. What are we working with?
We're talking more like sticks.
I love.
But like the Mars version of sticks, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Always sandy and just like red.
I actually have some history with Mars.
Okay, what?
Well, when I was in college one summer, I told my parents that I was going to go to a study program. I was in high school, and I told them I was going to a pre-college at Princeton.
Yeah.
And so they gave me a load of money and sent me off. And honey, I went to Mars. They thought I was studying. Yeah, right. I was hanging out with all these red stick things.
Yeah, they're crazy up there.
Oh my God.
How much did that cost?
$8. Yeah.
Oh my, and this was back
in 1480.
Yeah, so that was like
$1 million zillion.
This is like $1 million dillion.
Yang. So any other planets or space rocks you're thinking of hitting up?
No, actually Mars really zonked me out. So I think I'm just gonna stay earthbound for a little bit.
I love that.
Especially post Toronto, post Mars. I'm just kind of like sitting back with Quantico and sipping on some mojito.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So Clare, I understand you are a huge Housewives fan.
I can't tell you how much I love it. The Housewives of Vacaville close to my heart because, as you know, I'm from San Jose, California,
Correct.
which is not too far from Vacaville, the village of cows. And I've driven through Vacaville plenty of times. Never actually stopped there. Didn't know that people were married there.
It's true.
Could be even wives.
There's a big scene there of socialites, rich housewives, rich house husbands. And that's what makes it such a great show.
Yeah.
So did you see this week's episode?
I saw bits of it. Quantico's huge football-shaped head was in the way most of the time.
Oh my God.
I know.
So you heard it.
I heard it.
Okay.
And I mostly figured it out.
Yeah. Any favorite part?
I did like the opening of the new used car lot of T-Nubs.
Yes.
You know, the T-Nub family. When they opened that car lot, and oh my God, Jessica
She was pissed. She was pissed.
And they gave her those big scissors. Remember when they gave her the big scissors? It's like, you don't give big scissors to a pissed off Jessica. Like, have you not seen the last 50 episodes of this show?
I swear.
So, yeah, that's what I remember.
Sometimes I think they stage stuff on this show.
No way. It's so real.
Really?
I think that's actually 100% real.
Really? Oh my God. So yeah, I really liked that the giant scissors, new used car lot scene. I was very into the scene where Chernobyl took her family to the Jelly Belly Museum.
Oh my God. Yes.
And they saw that picture of Ronald Reagan that's made out of the jelly beans, and they ate it. And Mr. Jelly Belly himself, he got so mad at them.
Oh my God. I heard this part.
Yeah, it was crazy. I was like, they are in trouble.
They are not going to be asked back to the Jelly Belly.
He bitch slapped them.
Okay. Can you use another word, please?
Okay. He really walloped them.
Okay, that's much better.
Yeah. He walloped Chernobyl and her kids, and they each got like a lump coming out of the top of their head.
Oh my God, yes.
Yeah.
But they got to see, like, before that, they got to see how Jelly Bellies were made.
Yes.
And that was really cool, which was, like, kind of like its own little, like, how did they make this episode?
Of course.
Like, mashup.
Of course.
I like that.
Claire, do you watch Anthony Bourdain?
Duh!
I've been watching so much Anthony Bourdain.
What did you watch? Which episodes?
Oh, I've watched almost all of them. Claire, how do you feel? Should we keep talking about Vacaville or?
I feel like we could talk more about Vacaville.
I think we could go in and out of it.
I've also never really watched Real Housewives.
It's pretty much as we described it.
Yeah, I think.
So I have been watching nearly every episode that's available on Netflix.
Of Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain.
Of all the shows, even the old shows from the...
The only one on Netflix is, what's it called? Parts Unknown, seasons 1 through 8.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that they put out more seasons. My favorite episodes are Russia, Iran, Cuba.
Cuba's great.
Did you watch it?
I watched Have you ever seen the Philippines one?
No.
If you want to know about Filipinos,
Yeah.
nobody knows about Filipinos, so this is a good show to watch about Filipinos. And what you can gather is that they like to party,
Yeah.
and they love Jesus Christ.
Whoa.
But the white one.
Interesting.
There is no Filipino, no brown Jesus in their eyes.
That's so weird.
Just like the white guy, and they love him.
That's crazy.
And then they get these big packages from America, and then they're all full of Snickers, and then they live off the Snickers.
Okay.
That's essentially what the episode. But it makes me cry because they all sound like my grandma.
Oh. Have you been?
No, never.
Do you want to?
Yeah, I really want to go. Where my grandma's from, my roots,
Mm-hmm.
kind of by Boracay, which is like a tropical
Ooh.
island area. And I guess I looked it up just to see like what the status of it was. And I guess the president recently called it, of the Philippines recently called it a cesspool.
Nice.
So like they're literally dumping their shit into like the crystal clear
I love.
blue water, you know?
He's a demon, right?
Yeah, he's like a demon with a really skinny, long tongue that goes into people's ears.
Yeah.
He stinks.
Yeah, I knew that he did like human rights abuses, but I didn't know about his weird tongue.
He's actually got this really weird tongue.
Oh,
and then
gross.
when he sleeps, he makes this but not like a snore. I'm not doing it right. It's more of like an otherworldly kind of like literal demon, like talking backwards,
Mm-hmm.
but snoring backwards.
Yes. Claire, how long have you lived here now?
2 years almost.
Do you love?
I love.
You're moving soon.
I'm moving because I got kicked out of my apartment.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Did I tell you the story?
No, I know that the other person moved out.
The other person moved out. I was trying to get on the lease. Called the landlord. I said, "Hey, Mr. Landlord, get me on the lease." And then he's like, "Yeah, whatever. My credit check guy will call you and we'll figure it out." And I go, "Okay, sounds good." And then he hung up. And then I wait a while, too long.
Mm-hmm.
I must admit, like 2 weeks. I don't get any contact from anybody. I call the landlord again. I go, "Hey, Mr. Landlord, what's up on the lease?" And he goes, "You're too late."
Whoa.
I go, "What do you mean I'm too late?" And he goes, my credit check guy, he's out of town. He's on vacation, which no.
No.
And who cares? Like, what credit check guy's going on vacation?
Mm-mm.
And he's like, "Yeah, you're too late." I'm like, "Well, I can run a credit check myself. Like, I'll pay for it.
Yeah.
I would like to be put on this lease." He's like, you waited too long. You should have followed up." I'm like, "It's not my job to do your job."
No.
And then at this point, I was getting upset.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you just get things build up and you're not, every little thing,
Mm-hmm.
you're like, "I'm not going to cry at this." Like, say you dropped a can of beans.
Yes.
And you go, "Whew, I'm okay." And then this was just one too many cans of beans.
Mm-hmm.
And I started crying, and the guy goes, "Yeah, I don't do tears."
No.
Yeah. He
What?
goes, "This crying, I don't do tears. I'm going to sue you. I'm going to sue Chris, my former roommate. You're not my tenant. If you call me again at this number, I will call the police and tell them you're harassing me."
What?
I know. And he hung up. It was
God.
crazy.
I do not like this.
No.
Did you Google your landlord's name?
I don't have his last name. I only know his first name. He also doesn't know my name, so I could have said anything. And
He's gonna sue you.
you know when people just like, it's like Donald Trump brain where it's just like, if you just keep saying like, "I'm gonna sue you,"
Mm-hmm.
someone will do what you want them to do.
Yeah.
So I wrote a song about it, and it goes a little something like that.
Hey, Mr. Landlord, put a record on.
And actually, that's it. That's the.
Oh, that's awesome sauce.
Yeah. I'm glad that you got the lyrics that I sent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Well, I'm glad you're gonna live in a different place than that
too.
place.
Yeah, me too.
Mm.
It was a real bummer.
Yeah.
Have you ever had New York chew up and spit you out like that?
Sure.
Throw me a bone.
My first apartment that I lived in here was really, really, really weird.
Really, really
Yeah.
weird. Why?
I found it on Craigslist. It was, rent this room in a place with a bunch of randos.
Yeah.
And I was like, sign me up, honey.
Experience points.
And so I did that, and everything was just sketchy. Like, I signed
Did you sign a toilet paper roll?
pretty much. Like, I signed like a piece of paper that I don't even think had anything typed on it. I think the guy like hand wrote stuff, and it was clearly like, I don't think anyone owns this
Yeah.
building, and you guys are, I don't understand what's happening.
Yeah.
I guess they're not squatting, but something is happening that it's just not on the level. And there was another unit in the building that was operating an illegal hostel.
Great.
And so, like, if you Googled my address, it was like all these like psycho ass like things about, I went to New York and I stayed in this place and there were so many cots in one room. And so the front door was unlocked all the time so that
my
Europeans
God.
could come in, and they would always knock on my door.
Bonjour.
Yeah, exactly. And they say, hello, hostel. And I'd say, no, but hostel. And I'd be like, not this one, over there. And yeah, so the guy who, quote, owned my apartment also owns that racket. And then when I left to move somewhere else, they were like, okay, just like get someone to fill your room. So I put up a Craigslist ad and said, give me security deposit and first month or whatever it was that I paid when I moved in. And so some guy moved in and I was free of the place. But then in retrospect, I was like, I didn't really have to find someone to fill that room. I could have just
You could have just
left.
split.
Yeah.
They would not have ever found you.
So that was a weird place. One of the roommates moved in, and he was a little weird. Who isn't?
Are we talking a weird voice?
You just get a vibe.
Sure.
Like, this guy is off.
Like if the vibe made a noise.
I think the vibe was like,
Oh no, that's worse than I thought. Ew.
so he moved in. He was nice enough conversationally.
Sure.
And then he was like, hey guys, so my kid is actually gonna come visit, but I know that's like super annoying for roommates. So like we're gonna be out of your hair, and like he's never gonna like sleep over, and he's just gonna like come over sometimes. And we were like, okay. And so then this baby and the baby's mom
Oh man.
came, and they stayed with us for a week or something, and he stayed true to his promise. He was very conscientious, and like they didn't take up a lot of space. But I was just like, I can't believe there's a baby here.
How many roommates were there?
I think only four.
But
Four
all
rooms.
strangers. Four
Yes.
strangers.
4 strangers picked to live in a weird place.
That reminds me of that one episode of the Real Housewives of Vacaville.
Yes.
Where Teming
Yes.
is trying to rent out her father's duplex.
Yes.
Because he died of the accident. Remember the accident of being where the new used car lot sign fell directly on him. But he that didn't kill him.
No,
that didn't kill him. Everybody thinks that's killed him. But what killed him was the What is this called?
I don't want to call it by its Family Guy name.
What do they call it?
Wacky, wavy, inflatable arm guy.
Well, everybody knows that. That's a good description.
Okay.
That's the best thing Family Guy's ever done.
Yeah.
One of those things actually somehow became deflated and wrapped itself around his neck, almost like a boa constrictor.
Oh, that's
in a weird, because at the same time, of course, there was that monsoon and the winds left, right, just really tying him up. You know.
Yes.
So anyway, she's trying to rent out this duplex, and she lives in the basement with her 3 dogs. And baby, who acts like a dog. And you know, she's been trying forever to rent out this apartment, but everyone says no, it's haunted, it's got the ghost of the wacky arm guy, right? Like it's a curse on the family.
Yeah.
And she goes, I don't think so. So then one night she stays, just like, she has got one of those head cameras, you know, that are like in front of you to get in your face, night cameras, and she sleeps there and just kind of like waits for the ghost to come to see if like that's true. And it was.
Oh my goodness, I remember that.
Yeah, and that.
You know why I remember that episode? I always remember that episode because while I was watching it, I was giving birth.
Wow. What? When was that?
This must have been like probably 4 or 5 days ago.
Wow, I did not hear about this.
Yeah, you didn't hear?
No.
Oh, yeah.
Was it a crazy birth? Like, was it easy?
It was very easy.
Okay.
Giving birth is notoriously really easy.
Wow,
and
notoriously?
painless.
Notoriously painless?
Yeah.
I had no idea. I'd actually never heard anything about birth ever.
Really?
Yeah, I don't even really know how babies are made.
They go in your vagina and then they come out.
Okay.
Yeah.
How do they get in there?
Crawl, duh. They're babies.
Well, yeah, I knew that, but that's crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Where is the baby now?
Look under your seat.
Wait, your baby's an iPod?
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty weird, but that's me. Claire, did you know that my mom's name is Claire? It's true.
With an I? Yeah. No, it's not the same.
Sometimes I'll be hanging out with Nick Nani and he'll be like, yeah, Claire said the other day, and I'll have like a split second of like, what?
Were you talking to my mom?
I get so confused, and then I'm like, oh, right.
What's your dad's name?
Bill.
Bill and Claire. I dated a Bill.
Really? Details.
I was 20. He was 38.
Ew.
He was nice. It wasn't weird.
How?
Everybody gets grossed out, and I understand that. But it wasn't weird.
No, he seems chill for preying upon
chill.
you.
We worked at the same place, and you know, when you work at the same place, you eat the same bananas in the break room. And then you fall in love, and then you break up.
Nice. How'd that go?
It went pretty smoothly. It's so funny to date someone older and you can just feel everyone being like, this ain't gonna last.
Yeah.
But everyone's very nice, still nice to your face about it. Like, yeah, sure, bring them over.
Sure, but you could see on their face.
Yeah, I ain't stupido, you know. I know.
I know a thing or two. I've been around the block.
I've been around the block, and
yeah, dude.
So I don't know what he's doing now. Who knows? Hopefully he's thriving.
I love. What are your other exes' names?
Let's start from the bottom. Matt. Nick. Ivan. Another Nick.
Whoa.
But George, we didn't date, though. I wanted to be his girlfriend, but he wouldn't.
He wouldn't let you.
He wouldn't let me. Eric. Bill. It's a lot.
Wow. Girlfriend much?
Yeah. I'm a serial monogamist.
Wow.
Can't get enough.
What's the longest time you've been single?
Since high school? Maybe like a year.
Nice.
I don't condone it. I don't like this lifestyle I lead.
Sure.
I just fall into it. What's the longest you've been in a relation?
4.5 years.
Oh!
It was a longie.
That was in college.
Yeah. Boyfriend de colegio.
An artist?
Yes. Artist boy, super talented, good artist.
Have you ever dated a musician?
I don't think I would like dating a musician because you have to be out so late and stand so long, and I do not like that.
But you don't stay out late ever.
No.
But what about you do comedy?
Yeah,
That's kind of late.
that's true, but music is so late.
Yeah.
Uh,
You gotta wait, tap your foot.
People are kind of weird to talk to sometimes.
People are weird to talk to have you talked to comedians lately?
I think they're easier to talk to.
Wow. Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Yeah, musicians are kind of like, yes, nah. What?
Yeah, I can't tell what it is.
Yeah.
I can't tell if your instinct is, I think they're trying to look cool, but I don't know if that's it or if it's like they're shy or awkward or
How can you tell? Yeah.
they think they don't have anything interesting to say, so they get weird. I don't know.
They express themselves through song.
Yeah.
Which means probably that they can't really express themselves through normal.
Yeah.
You know?
That makes sense.
So they're just like, hey, yeah, nice to see you. But then they get on stage and they're like, and I say, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Cool.
It's pretty cool.
I love.
People are different all around the world.
Yeah.
Every single person is different.
Every single kiss begins with K. Trying to think if I've dated anyone with a notable job or a weird thing about them. I don't think so.
I don't date weirdos as much as I date goofs.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Goofs.
Yes.
Goofs.
Claire, how are you liking your car life?
I like it. I got my Kia Soul. Driving around. I like going to the beach a lot.
Nice.
It's nice to be able to drive to the beach.
Mm-hmm.
Let me tell you, parking. But other than that, it's nice having a car. If anything, it's nice having a car because I know that if everything falls apart, I have shelter.
That makes sense.
The Kia Soul.
The Kia Soul. Is that the square one?
Yeah, it's the one with the hamster. Remember the hamsters commercial?
What color is it?
Is
it orangey or greeny?
It's tan. It's like poo-poo.
Oh, poop.
No, it's like this, pointing to
a poo.
a piece of poo on the floor. It's like, oh, just here's one like this.
Wow. This is for real. One time I was in an improv practice in the rehearsal space in Manhattan. There was You know what I'm gonna say? There was a piece of shit on the floor
At the
in the
space
room that we were in. It is unbelievable.
Wait, did anyone?
We didn't notice at first, and then we had been there for like 20 minutes.
You couldn't smell it or anything?
No.
Did anybody clean it up?
No.
Wait.
We were just like, oh my God. And then we told them.
What did they do about it? Did they clean it up?
They said, well, you didn't want that. We thought you wanted that.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
There's Southern rehearsal space owners.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's gnarly.
Yeah.
I still haven't seen any, to my knowledge, human shit on the ground in New York. Yet.
Yeah.
I've only seen dog do.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
It's all over the place.
Can't take one step without almost stepping in it.
You know what I get such a thrill out of?
Mm-hmm.
Walking with a friend and saving them from stepping in dog poop.
Yeah. No. And then you grab them.
It's a really good feeling.
Yeah, it is. That's what, when I drive a car.
Yeah.
And you stop suddenly, and then you do the mom reach out and to the passenger to like that will save them from going out of the windshield. I like doing that because it makes me feel like I do have empathy. I'm not a psychopath.
Wow.
Like I sometimes think.
You think that?
I think when you have enough time alone, did you hear me breathe? I think when I have enough time alone to just think, and you know, when it's, I think I'll compare it to like when you say the same word over and over again, chair, and then you forget the meaning of the word. It's kind of when you just keep you're thinking and thinking, and you're like, is this how I'm supposed to be thinking? Like, yeah. I'm an only child, so I get real deep in it.
Damn.
Yeah.
Do you wish you had sibs?
Sometimes.
Nice.
But I think I'm used to being a solo act. And I was really bad at sharing when I was younger. So I think maybe if I had a sibling, I would have gone like fully selfish, really not into sharing stuff and being like jealous, extra jealous, or extra giving and more in tune with other people's feelings. But instead, I think I'm a nice mixture of both.
A perfect child.
I think I'm just kind of the perfect baby.
Yeah, I think so.
Do you have siblings?
Yep, baby. Youngest of 4.
Oh, that's right. That's crazy. We could talk about the Real Housewives of Vacaville.
Okay.
No, we don't have to.
If you could be on the Real Housewives of Vacaville, which housewife would you want to be and why?
Either Chernobyl or Danzig. And I think...
Oh, why? Why? Danzig, that's an interesting choice. Huh.
Because Danzig... Because Danzig is kind of like a girl's girl, but also like a guy's girl.
Yes.
And I've always wanted to kind of be like a guy's girl, but also a girl's girl. I want to be an everyman. I want to be an average Joe. And I think Danzig kind of exemplifies that with her ice cream business in the mall.
Yeah. Yeah.
The way she treats everyone who comes into the mall is like inspiring.
I love that. Me, I would probably be... I would probably be... Tweezle.
Tweezle? Now that's interesting. Why would you be Tweezle?
Because, okay, not because she had that horrible accident.
Oh my God.
Where the sign fell on her head.
Oh my God. So many accidents.
Yeah.
Signs.
Well, that one sign is so dangerous. It's fallen on nearly everyone in Vacaville.
You're right.
So, I wouldn't want that to happen to me. But the way that she took that adversity and used that to become better and work on herself and like grew as a person and like wouldn't let that keep her down and and like how she has like this joy de vivre. Wait, what's that word?
Joie de vivre.
Yeah, she has that joy de wit, and and I just love that. And sometimes I wish I could be more like that.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Joy de vivre. Great. If you could be any Anthony Bourdain episode, what would you be?
God.
If you could be in one, I should say. What city? Why do you like the Russia one?
It's really interesting.
Yeah.
I'm really into politics, geopolitics. I'm really
oppressive regimes.
I'm extremely interested in political systems and learning things that work and don't work in different countries and well, okay, so in this Russia episode, it's really messed up and they talk about censorship and he talks to this rock band and the rock band, they were on like a MTV Europe TV show where like each episode was a self-contained documentary about bands that speak truth to power or perform in politically dangerous environments or what have you. So they had a whole episode devoted to them, and then there's a bunch of other episodes about bands from other countries, and their episode gets mysteriously pulled from everywhere, not just Russia. MTV Europe won't play it anywhere on the planet. And so they were talking about like, how fucking scary is that one country's government has like that much power that it would be dangerous to play a TV show that reflects negatively on them.
Yeah. That freaks me out.
I know that America sucks.
True.
But jeepers creepers.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I feel like it'll never get that bad unless Russia takes over the US, baby.
You know, I am cautious to say, wow, look at all the freedoms we have since we have a crazy incarceration epidemic. But if you just ignore that,
my life is pretty good.
This is like a freakishly free country compared to the entire world. It's sad and cool to live here. Oh God.
I know.
Anyways, so I really like Anthony Bourdain's show. I like learning about other countries. Sometimes I feel like I listen and read to too much like very, very sad and stressful investigative journalism about similar things, and so I get in a dark place when I absorb too much of that. So I really like that the Anthony Bourdain show like
cuts it with food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I like that there's like a very clearly defined mission statement of like, I just want to go to these places and talk to regular people and have a regular day that they have. Like if you were to make a book or some other kind of documentary that you hoped would affect policy change, you would go in hoping to prove or affirm something or only highlight super bad shit or what have you. So I think it's really cool that, yeah, it's not crazy negative. I don't know.
Yeah, I think
It's like a whole picture.
yeah.
Yeah.
Which how things should be seen because that's how they are.
That's how they are.
That's how they are. But I think
Heard of it.
it's easy. Heard of it? It's easy to be myopic. Word of the day.
Hello.
And only, which also I'm not even sure if I'm using the word right, but to zone in on just, certain aspects of things just because you can understand those things instead of delving into things you don't understand. Like,
Sure.
churros. How did they make those?
Yeah, what the heck? They got ridges? They must squeeze them out
Are
of
they
some
squeezing
kind of a
them
tube.
out
or-
of a tube with some how did they know to roll it in cinnamon? Okay, is there cinnamon in the dough or is it just a baked?
I
Just like
think-
a
I think it's what do I think? So I think they fry the dough and then I think they roll it in a sugar cinnamon mixture
Yes.
after it's fried.
that's right.
Yeah. Claire, have you seen those Conans that they filmed in other countries?
Yeah.
Those are also very good.
I really liked, which one did I see? I forget. Oh, the Armenian one was really interesting. Remember? It was one of the first ones he
I
did.
don't think I saw.
His assistant is Armenian. Ugh. And I hit my knee. And they go to Armenia and they talk about the genocide, which a lot of people don't know about. I didn't
Yeah.
really know much about. And it's like really heavy, but
Yeah.
funny.
Right.
Same with the Korean one. It's like scary, but
Yeah.
I don't know. There needs to be a balance with things like that.
Yeah.
It makes it more watchable.
Yeah. I liked in the Haiti episode there's like a scene where he's filming and then like a bunch of people come over and they're like, fuck you, stop filming.
Whoa, really?
Go home. And they're pretty much like yelling at him and like him and his translator are trying to like explain what they're doing. And they're saying like, we hate it when you guys come and film here because that thing, you guys think you're so smart and cool, just like filming abject poverty and like awful shit and then saying cut and going home and putting it on the news and thinking that you're a fucking hero. And no. And so they explain like, no, like we want to give a full picture and we kind of want to show whatever you guys want to show. And we don't want to make a commercial about how sad Haiti is.
Yeah.
So I thought that was really interesting.
Did Conan deal with it well?
He did.
I feel like he would. I love him.
Me too. He's cool.
I think he's really cool.
Yeah, we should be him.
Yeah. Should you stand on my shoulders?
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense, I think.
I think it makes sense.
I'll be the trunk of
Okay.
the Conan.
Okay.
Have you ever been to a live taping of anything like that?
I've been to The View. I've been to Wendy Williams. I've been to Mulaney.
Oh my god.
And I think that's it.
Do they dance in the beginning of the View, or am I thinking of Ellen? You know, when like in the between, Everybody dancing.
Oh, they do not dance on The View. They do dance on Wendy. Wendy is actually extremely fun to go to.
Can I tell you?
Yeah.
I went to Asbury Park the other day. Driving through the neighborhood, I passed by Wendy Williams Street.
Whoa, cool.
It's called Wendy Williams Street. It's like in a neighborhood. I assume it's where she grew up on that street. But they changed the name of the street to her name.
I love that.
I like it, but like she's still alive and like she probably visits Wendy Williams Street, which is weird. Maybe her family still lives on Wendy Williams Street. But how cool is that's somebody's bank like what is it? Security question. What street did you grow up on? Some kid's gonna have to type in Wendy Williams Street.
You know what I was thinking, Claire?
Tell me.
You could really commit identity theft and take out money from accounts of any of your siblings because you would have all the same security answers. You would say, I forgot my password. And then you would say, this is the street I grew up on. This is my mom's maiden name. This is blah, blah, blah. This is the name of our first pet.
Do you think that happens?
Probably.
I never thought of that. Wow, you're so smart.
Yeah. And it works. I did it.
Did it well.
Bankrupted my siblings.
That's cool.
Yeah. It's really cool. They live in the poorhouse now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Where's that?
It's on a barge.
Oh. North?
Yes. Floating up to the North Pole.
It's cool that we ship all the poor people to the North Pole.
I think that's a good thing that we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's one of the good things about America.
Yeah.
The other good thing is Icon has cheeseburger.com.
Yes.
That's it.
Oh, okay. Claire, what are you doing later today?
I don't know. What time is it? I gotta go do laundry.
Incredible.
I gotta go pick up a tomato costume that I kept missing the UPS shipment for, so it's now at a grocery store, and I gotta sign for it.
Nice.
And the tomato, I paid $70 for it.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because I was gonna be on the Dan Joe Charles show.
Yeah.
For Joe's birthday, and I thought, how funny would it be if I showed up in a tomato costume and sang a song like Yodel Boy?
But it didn't arrive.
It arrived. Somehow I missed it.
You had to make a new one.
I had to make one. Yeah.
I thought it was a great suit.
Thanks. I think it turned out pretty well. That's art school, baby.
Yeah, baby. Claire, do you want to perform more music stuff or same amount of music stuff?
I like to perform more. It's fun. I like it because I got no, well, what's the word? No baggage attached to it.
Interesting.
I have no plans for future music.
Yeah. Just
stuff.
for fun.
Just for fun. Hobby.
I like that.
Do you play music?
Un poquito. Un poquito.
You sing.
Yeah, I love singing.
I know.
I get frustrated with music because I'm not naturally talented at it.
Same.
And that makes it hard to practice.
Same.
Yeah.
I wish I could just like riff. Just like we're doing now.
Yeah, dude.
But and I can't.
Yeah. I do this thing where every 6 months or so I say, yeah, you know what? I'm just going to put my mind to it and get really good at music. And then I practice scales all day, every day. And I'm like, yes, I'm going to be a riff solo queen. And then I fall off and then don't play again for 6 months. And then I'm like, how does that part go?
How do people remember also how to do stuff? Piano.
I don't know. Guitar is annoying because it's like, well,
I can't remember where to put my fingers.
yeah, like visually, it's
a weird angle.
Yeah, you have to
remember.
do like math in your
Yeah.
head to. Yeah, I know
Someday
like that.
we'll start a band.
Yeah, I think so.
You, me, other Claire, mom,
Sam Taggart on
Sam
the
Taggart.
drums.
Taggy.
Also, me and Sam Taggart will rent a rehearsal space approximately once a year.
Yeah?
And we'll play. And we'll be like, we should do it because this is like fun, but also like funny because like we're... And then we don't do it again.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah. One time... Oh, you would not know this song. Do you know the song Do It by Miley Cyrus? It has a million O's in the word do. And it's from her Wayne Coyne album.
No.
So it's a song that no one fucking knows. And me and Sam thought it was really funny. And we practiced it a lot. We practiced a crazy, stupid, like punk version of it. We were going to perform it at a show. And then the day of, I was like, this isn't going to go well. No one's going to get it. We're just going to look weird. And we're going to have to bring drums.
That's what happened to me in the tomato suit. I was going to sing the Yodel Boy song, but I didn't. I tried to practice it, listened to it all day over and over again. And I got up there and I beefed it.
You were incred.
Thanks.
Yeah. Well...
What do you think?
I guess I should bring this pod to a close. I think, you know, when I pitched this podcast to the Forever Dog Network, I explained that I would have these amazing, you know, gimmicks and self-contained episodes that parody genres of podcasts and that it would be very good. And I think this episode really did that. Yeah. So thank you, Claire O'Kane, model / astronaut / water bottle / slashes hat. That's it. It was fun to hang out with you, Claire. We
nice
never hang out
talking.
one-on-one. It's a shame there's these two men in the room just watching.
With a huge Essentia bottle. Give me a break.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye. See you soon.
See you.
Bye.
Forever Dog.
This has been a Forever Dog production. Executive produced by Brett Boehm, Joe Cilio, and Alex Ramsey. For more original podcasts, please visit foreverdogpodcasts.com and subscribe to our shows on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Keep up with the latest Forever Dog news by following us on Twitter and Instagram @ForeverDogTeam